A study was conducted by Broadband Choices over the past few years to determine what is the scariest movie of all time. Each year, the Science of Scare project curates a list of the most terrifying feature-length movies and puts them in front of a 250-person panel. This test group is monitored during the film, and their heart rates are measured throughout. This info is then used to determine which movie is the scariest, according to the group used. Now, of course, this doesn't paint the full picture, and honestly, every single person is going to have their own scariest movie because it's completely subjective. But I thought it would be fun to take a look back at last year's winner of Scariest Movie Ever, according to the study, Sinister. Currently, Sinister has been overtaken by the 2020 Shudder movie Host, but for the longest time, Sinister had the title. The Scott Derrickson directed horror flick came out in 2012 and follows a controversial true crime writer played by Ethan Hawke as he finds a box of Super 8 home movies in his new home. It's revealed that the murder case he is currently researching could be the work of an unknown serial killer whose legacy dates back all the way to the 1960s. So right off the bat, the movie does an excellent job at telling you so much in so little time. The best movies out there are the ones that use their screen time wisely and don't just flat out reveal everything to the audience. Sinister begins with Ethan Hawke and his family moving into a new home. Shortly after, he has a conversation with the local cop, and a lot is established in this short period of time. We learn that the townspeople don't like him because he has moved into the house where a family was recently murdered in the backyard, all in an effort to write his next hit book. The premise revolves around a box of tapes he finds in the attic of the new house, supposedly left by the killer. These tapes are not only extremely unsettling, but their homemade visual aesthetic sets this apart from other horror flicks. The idea of finding these murder tapes where entire families are killed is just a chilling thought. They also cleverly play distorted and creepy ambient music just to make the tapes that much more terrifying. I was totally immersed and involved with Ellison as he painstakingly watches each tape. The movie does a great job making you feel like you're right next to his character watching these tapes with him. It's a slow burn that keeps escalating more and more, similar to movies like The Babadook and the Conjuring movies. As far as jump scares are concerned, which is a huge vital part of any horror movie, and has a lot to do with the heart rate that they were monitoring during the study, they're all used well throughout. They aren't anything I haven't seen before. Maybe at the time of its release it was more unique, but there's really only 2 or 3 effective jump scares throughout. The rest were a bit predictable. One thing I loved about Sinister was the monster Bagul. They take their time in revealing his demonic and creepy appearance throughout the movie, but it's really his actions that make him especially intimidating. He messes with Ellison and his children as he punishes them for watching the tapes. I think the pool reveal of his face is excellent. It's almost like throughout the movie they're slowly showing more and more of him, and you see his demonic, creepy face, and it's just really unsettling, and to think that that's what's behind all these horrific murders makes it that much more scary. While Sinister stands as a great horror flick, it isn't without its flaws. Sadly, the film begins to teeter off in the third act, and unfortunately, I found the ending to be lackluster compared to the rest of the film. It comes across as cheesy because they end up showing too much of the supernatural. It's the subtlety and mystery that makes the movie so eerie and effective. Unfortunately, the ending just throws that out the window for the reveal. It also ends up being a big cliche for such an original plotline. While there are many things that make Sinister scary, I wouldn't say it's the scariest movie out there by any means. It is, however, a really solid horror movie and just a really good movie in general. One that's not only smart and well directed, but really effective as well. I recommend it for those who haven't seen it, and if you have seen it, I'd love to know your thoughts below. Plus, what's your favorite movie, horror movie, or what's the movie that really gets under your skin and is just, in your opinion, the scariest movie out there? I'd love to hear it. There's so much talk about this. The Exorcist, The Shining, some people have The Thing. I love hearing what other people find scary. So let me know below. I'd love to hear it. But please make sure to subscribe and hit that notification button to stay up to date with our latest movie reviews. lists, and news videos. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great Halloween.